Hello everybody and welcome back to Simulate Gaming and welcome back to the USA, where we're continuing on our little project we've got going on over here in Montana. So I forgot to actually say the name of the map last time I was here. This is Black Mountain, Montana, and if this is your first series, your first episode of the series, sorry, welcome. In this episode, basically, we are starting up our own lawn care company here in the beautiful town, and first of all we need to clear the land. In the last episode we chopped down some trees and got rid of some mud piles we had. So now we're on the next stage, which is first of all we need to clear the logs. So what we're going to do real quick is when I say clear the logs, I mean they've already put it into a trailer and we just need to go down there and move them basically. So we're here back in the Silverado. I kept calling it a Suburban last time. I know the difference. I don't know why I kept saying that. I think I called it both somehow, but there we go. So you can see the equipment is already here waiting for us. We've just left the B&B now. That's the little B&B we are staying at. So we've got a trailer full of logs here. We've got some bigger logs there that we can't take with this load, unfortunately, because we'll be overweight. So we'll get them when we get the tip down, the skipper truck, whatever you want to call it. So we'll reverse up here, we'll get the gooseneck lined up first of all. There we go, and we'll get it hooked up. So let's get these straps on, and our first job of today is to drive this down to the mill and see if they'll buy any of it off us. They should take all of it, because they're pretty good size at least. They should get quite a lot from. And then we've got to try and... Oh, first of all, as you can see, we've got our skid steer here. We need to use the stump grinder. I've left it in reverse again, dang it. We need to get rid of the stump first, and then we need to start getting rid of all of this ground. So we'll get rid of the dirt, sorry. So we need to turf it all up, and it should be fun. We've got a nice little skid steer implement there, which we're going to test out. Now, it's not a... Oh gosh, this car's coming. It's not a real one, it's one that we've put together ourselves using a dodgy welder. So hopefully our welding job will stay put. But let's go ahead. First of all, get these down. So welcome back. Hope you guys are well. I hope you're enjoying, well, episode number 1. I was going to say enjoying the series, but there's only been one episode so far. But I hope you guys enjoyed the last one anyway. Had very, very good response from the American viewers. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. It means I must be doing something right. Because, you know, this is your turf, and if anyone knows best, it's going to be you guys, that's for sure. So I do have lots of episodes planned out for this series that's not just going to be lawn care and building, whatever. I do have some interesting stuff planned. So you just have to stay tuned for them. Can't wait to actually get them done. So this Bronco's turning off, so we can floor it. I don't know what the speed limit is along here. I think it's 60, if we can actually get to that speed anyway. Right, okay, so we're just coming up towards the mill right now. I roughly, once again, know where the sell point is, but I'm not 100%. So what we're going to do real quick is stop the truck. And we'll get these straps taken off first of all, so hopefully they will all sell if we can get close enough to the trigger. There we go, that's all the straps. Okay, there's something going on here. Now these guys are getting an upgrade as well soon, so they should be growing with our business at the same time. They should sort of both be set up at a similar time. There's the trigger right there, and we've sold it, so we got quite a lot for that. It was about £5,000, I think. I think we were on about £25,000 just a second ago, so yeah. Not bad, not bad. So now what we need to do is take this back down to the work area, and we'll begin our next job where we've got to get the skid steer off. So I'll see you guys back at the lot. Okay, so we're just pulling up back to the lot right now. I'm going to park over here just out the way because we're going to be getting quite dirty today. We're going to be doing a lot of groundwork. So we'll get the Suburban... Oh, we need to call it Suburban again. We'll get the Silverado turned off, and we'll just leave it there for now. So this is the our normal PJ trailer, but we've got these little log trailer clip-ons that we have, which is quite cool, so we can ship some logs and stuff, which is going to be very handy in the series. In terms of clearing, we've got to get a tip down here. Like I said, we've got to get rid of these fences. We've got a couple more piles of dirt, which someone's just dumped here, which is a bit rude, and we also have these larger logs as well to get rid of, so we should get some quite a lot of money for these logs, actually. We just need to find something that can actually lift them, because unfortunately they are heavier than what the skid steer can lift. This is a glitched out log. I need to... don't know what I'm going to do with this. As you can see, actually, when I'm stepping like that, the collision actually goes that way. In fact, if I show you, if you press F5 with the dev mode on, you can see the yellow bit there, the yellow lines, that's the collision for the log. As you can see, there's no log there, so I need to fix that. There we go, that's just some off-camera stuff I need to deal with. So we've got 3 stumps, so it's not going to take very long at all. So what we're going to do real quick is jump into the F350. Oh gosh, I'm leaned a bit forward there. That's because I'm leaning forward on the keyboard. But yeah, we'll first of all we'll get into the skid steer. We've got the JCB 260 Eco, which should serve us quite well today. See if we can get her off nice and slow. So there's our dodgy homemade weld job right in front of us there. So we need to get that off the trailer first, and then we can get our stump grinder. Make sure no cars are coming. We don't have any beacons on this, which is a shame. I might add some. I'm not sure if you really use beacons in America. You might do. You guys have to tell me. Once again, I've never been to America, so I don't really know myself. So we'll line ourselves up here with a homemade contraption. And what we'll do there is get it lifted up. Oh, there we go. We'll plop her down here for now. We'll get her on the concrete. Now, pallets do spawn under there, which is quite nice. So there we go, we'll drop her down. And now we just need to go back onto the trailer for our last time and get our little stump grinder here. So yeah, I do have a Bobcat, but unfortunately the hydraulics have gone on them, so we need to wait for a part to come in from overseas for the Bobcat. We found a cheaper one, but unfortunately it's in Europe, so we have to wait for that to get shipped over before we can start using the Bobcat. But we do have a Bobcat, which is quite cool. Right, so we're in the JCB now. Visibility is quite bad with this thing, if I'm honest, but let's go ahead and get it turned on. Where's the on button? There it is. So we'll make a start on this first stump here. I'm going to do it in third person so you guys actually have something to look at, because I don't want it to be too boring. I know I'm trying to be realistic, but at the same time you guys actually want to be looking at what I'm doing. Come on, you can do it. Why is this not working? Don't say we've got a glitched out log. Please don't say... Oh, there we go. Got it. There we go. So there's our first one complete. Let's find the next log. I think the other one was up here slightly. There it is. So we'll get this one here as well. Where are you? There we go. We'll collect that one. And finally, we've got one more, which is right in the middle. This is the main one, because it's right in the middle of our working area. So we'll collect what we're talking about. We'll get rid of this one. And that should be it. Should be in the keyword. I don't know why it's done that. Never seen that before. Maybe the stump was just a little bit too high. But there we go. We are done. So that is all we needed the grinder for today. So now all the trees are finally gone, which means we can move on to our next step, which is, oh gosh, using that thing there, our little homemade contraption, to get rid of the turf. So I'll show you. That thing there used to be a front cultivator for a small tractor. We at the moment don't have our small tractor with us. We do own a small tractor, but unfortunately it's on a container ship somewhere on its way over from Europe. So we made our own little homemade one until then. So we'll get our dodgy weld job attached to this. There we go. We'll get it hooked up. Now I'm going to do a lot of this in third person so you guys can actually see. But what I need to do real quick is stop that, and we want to load up. We'll get the rear tailgate thing lifted up here, and we want to move this forward. We'll probably put it on this side of the road, just out the way. They've said in the diner they don't mind, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll get the forward turned on here. Don't know why diff locks are on. Now, unfortunately, all these American trucks I have, none of the mirrors seem to work, which is a bit weird. But not to worry. As long as the functionality actually works with it, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, we'll get the forward parked here for now. We're going to lower the back. Oh, we're in a building there. We'll lower the back once again for when we need it in a second. Awesome. And now we can finally jump into lifting up the turf. So yeah, as I was saying, this used to be a front cultivator for a small 3-point tractor. But our tractor is in a container ship somewhere. So we've decided to buy one second hand and do our own little weld job on it. So we've got some dodgy weld job going on. So hopefully it actually holds in there. We just want to position her quickly a minute, because she is... You can move it 45 degrees either side, but we want it to be a bit straight today. Now you can get two designs of this. We went for the star. There's also a spike, which apparently is used to drain out the ground as well, but it's been very dry around here, so we don't have to worry about any of that. So what we're going to do now is get a load done. We'll get our diff locks on, because this is going to be quite tough. It's not the most powerful skid steer in the world. Get it lower down. And we're finally ripping up the turf. So yeah, this is our first job. So we've got to, like I said, rip up all the turf. And then we might have to do some ground leveling. And then we can start throwing down some concrete or some tarmac. We haven't decided just yet. More than likely going to be tarmac, if I'm honest. Not tarmac, sorry, concrete. And then we can start actually building the shed part. Now, I've not decided what I want to do with the jetty side of it just yet. We may level that out as well, and that might be our entrance. But like I said, haven't decided anything for definite just yet. So we'll get that turned around here. We're going to basically be working it as if it's a field. But it might keep it a bit neater. We can see exactly what we've done and what we're doing. So we'll move on to the next one now. Awesome. So yeah, we have 3 skid steers all in all. For those guys wondering what we've actually got in the inventory. Now, I will do a yard tour when everything is actually here. At the moment, we've just got a couple of bits and pieces down at the campsite there because our hired workers, well, our workers, the people that work for us, are currently staying down in that campsite. We're staying in the B&B that you saw me at earlier because, you know, the boss gets the comfiest bed sort of thing. So get that lifted up again. So yeah, once we got all of our equipment here, we will be doing a little equipment tour. Our skid steer is pretty much the main thing at the moment with this business. We do have a small tractor, like I said. It's a John Deere 5M. Sorry about that. I got a really dry throat. So yeah, we've got the JCB. We've got a Cat, which is our oldest one. And we also have a Bobcat, as I mentioned earlier. And there's the dodgy log again. But the Bobcat's got some broken hydraulics at the moment. So unfortunately, we won't be using that until the part comes from overseas. But it works. I might actually use it for some... I don't know just yet. We'll see what we can use it for. Oh gosh, we're in a ditch. We got her out. That's fine. There we go. We'll do some more in third person so you guys can see. Awesome. Right, so we made a bit more progress here. I just did a little time lapse the rest of it. Pretty much done. We're not going to go too far up close because we need to save some turf for the fence that we're going to put up at some point. Because I haven't decided just yet, but we may be fencing this off. Like I said, haven't decided anything for sure just yet. Right, let's just turn this way a little bit. Get the edge. Lift it back up. Swing her around. These skid steers are so maneuverable. I love them. Although we did just overshoot it a little bit. Go on. Aim better. Oh, there we go. So I'm not sure how far we're going to go, but we'll go a little bit further at least. God, the terrain's very rough. It looks quite smooth when you've got the grass down, but as soon as you start hacking away at the actual ground, you notice that it's not as smooth as we first thought. Right, we should be kind of close to where we want to be now. I don't think we're going to go much further. Let's make sure we're not losing inside the ground sort of thing. There we go. There we go. Right, we're going to get this little piece here that I've missed. It's sort of annoying me a little bit. So we'll get that. Awesome. Get it lifted back up. And we'll try go along the edge here. See if we can tidy this edge up a little bit. And we'll head down here sort of thing. I think that's going to be it. So what I'm going to do is do a headland. Now, I know a headland sounds ridiculous because we're using a skid steer and we're just ripping up the ground. But, you know, we still need to do it. We'll see how neat we can get the edge sort of thing. Oh, she's losing performance. Like I say, we might have to upgrade to a more powerful, these are fast track then, a more powerful skid steer. Because this one is struggling sometimes, but it's going to be absolutely fine for the mowing work that we have planned. So we'll head down here. This is going to be the trickiest edge because we might roll into the river if this thing's a bit top heavy. So this bit here should go. Yep, got it. And there. Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know about you guys. Could be a little bit neater, but it's going to be absolutely fine for what we want to do now. So our next job is going to be to actually that took a lot less time than I thought. So we need to now start putting down some dirt. Basically, we want to get some in so we can start leveling this off. Now that might be for another video. So instead, no, what's happened? What has happened? What happened to the realism I was talking about? There we go. We'll get it lifted up. Alright, what we're going to do is we'll drop this here for now until we can get our flatbed back over here with the logs on. Alright, we'll get a put it down. We'll get a disconnected. Cool. We'll get our diff locks off. We don't need the diff locks. So yeah, what we're going to do right now is we'll put this back and we'll try getting some more clearing done. So we're not going to be able to lift the logs, unfortunately, but we can make a start on getting rid of the fences and the cones. And actually, right, I've had an idea. We'll get rid of the sand whilst we're here. So what we need to do is, trying to think. Right, what we'll do is we'll leave this here for now. Yeah, we'll leave the JCB here. Get it turned off. Awesome. See, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a start on getting rid of those sand piles, which means we need to get our workers out of bed. And, actually, we're just going to get rid of that for now. Boop. End of the river. That's the dodgy one. So, yeah, we're going to get rid of these sand piles. Nothing we can do about the logs until we have, like, the crane or something. But we can start getting rid of the fences and the cones and stuff that we've just got here. So, what I'm going to do is jump back into the Silverado. And we'll get this put back into the campsite. We'll wake up our workers, bring them over in, well, we'll bring one over in a dump truck, and we'll see who else we need. Let's see if we can actually get out of here. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. What way do we drive in? Right, America. We're on the right. There we go. So luckily, we are only staying just down the road, so it's not going to take too long to get there. And I'll show you guys where we're keeping our stuff overnight. Now, we're keeping it next to the caravans, so that there's always someone right next to... Oh, gosh. Let me cut up that then. So yeah, there's the B&B we stayed at, and just left here is the caravans that everyone's staying in. So we've got 2 workers that work for us currently, so we've got one in that caravan there, and I believe the other one is... Where is the other one? I don't know where the other one is. Possibly there. Don't know. Maybe they're both spooning, who knows? It's not for me to judge, but what we'll do is we'll get this log trailer disconnected, we'll park around the back, we'll wake up the workers. Work time. Right, let's get this gooseneck disconnected first of all here. So we'll jump into the cab, get it disconnected. So yeah, we're going to need the dumper truck here for the sand. And what else do we need? Right, so we just found Michael, and unfortunately he has found some extra work with the other skid steer. So unfortunately we can't get the other skid steer out just yet. So what we're going to do instead is take this gooseneck here. This is the one without the login stuff, and this is where our implements are right now. Now we don't really want to take the log fork, but we haven't got a choice because there's no skid steer here. There's no skid steer here to take it off. So what we're going to do instead is just take them both, basically. So we'll jump into the Silverado once again. We'll load up this this trailer here, and we'll take them both down. And that should be all we need today, for the rest of this video at least. So we'll line the gooseneck up as best we can. Someone's about to walk through our bed, ready? Yep, there we go. Right, so yeah, we'll line ourselves up here. Hook that up. Cool. So now, we'll pull this out. Oh, is everything still on? Yep, we're good. And now we'll get what's another name we can have? We'll get Dan. We'll get Dan here with the tipper truck. Get it booted up. Come on. This Ford takes ages to start up, but there we go. It's a bit loud. Right, get that on to follow me. Cool. So we'll get the workforce out, and we'll do a little bit extra tipping today. So we are still using the JCB, but as long as we have the correct implements over there, that's absolutely fine. Probably could have just drove it down the road, to be fair, but, you know, health and safety and all that lot. If we had the beacons, it might have been a bit easier. So I'm just going to park on the ground. Why not? It's not like it's actually a farm ground. It's just mud, basically. But so there we go. We'll get that turned off. Get that turned off as well. Right, so the Ford's sinking a little bit. This must be a bit wetter than I first thought. This, or soft at least, this mud here. Not to worry. We'll jump back into the skid steer. Get the head tracking reset a little bit. And we'll go get our bucket connected. Is there any cars coming? No. No, there's not. So we actually might need to move the Ford in a second. I just thought we're a little bit too far away from where we're actually going to be working. Right, let's get that hooked up. Awesome stuff. Let's see if the sand actually goes into the bucket properly like it's supposed to. Ready? Moment of truth. Yep, absolutely fine. So that goes in. Come on, you can do it. Get it put into reverse here. We're tipping. Oh, that bank is actually a lot steeper than it looks, guys. I know it doesn't look much on camera, but believe me, it is a lot steeper than it looks on camera. Right, Let's get our first load in here. Like I said, we might move the truck forward, but as you can see, the ground's a bit softer than we first thought. So we may not. We might just leave it here in case it sinks. There we go. We'll get that load in there like that. And that's the first load. So yeah, I'm assuming the sand is either someone's just dumped it there, or it's been scraped out from the bottom of the river, possibly, maybe, potentially. But now it's in our land, so we don't want it here much more. So we'll get rid of this first pile first of all, because this is more on our ground than the other two piles. So I'm not really worried about the other two piles just yet. Right, let's go back up here. Come on, up you get. See what I mean? It's a lot steeper than it looks, that bank. So I know we did this in the last episode, but it's work that must get done. So we'll get this load into here as well. Oh, sugar. A little bit too quick then. Nearly crashed. In fact, we may have crashed. I think we did. Right, now we're going to try and scoop it up the bank. We may be able to collect it a little bit easier if we go around. So we'll go around here. Get this leveled out first of all. Ready? That's about as full as we can get it by the look of it. For some reason, this game doesn't like going on 100%. Gosh, that was a bit dodgy. Whew. Thought we were going to tip over then. That would have been very awkward. And quite expensive as well if it had gone in the river. So we'll get this lifted up. We'll plop her into here. Awesome. There's another one. So I'm not sure how much buckets this is. Oh gosh, this Ford's going to take. But we'll get as much in as we can. I'm just going to leave the boom up for now. I think it's quite bad visibility on this JCB, if I'm honest. We do get better visibility in the cat. It's just the cat's currently out working, unfortunately. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have the cat, because she is old. We may have to sell her off at some point. Especially if we're going to need to start maintaining the Bobcat a lot more as well. Right, here we go. Oh, no. It's not a dodgy angle. I don't think we can collect most of this. There we go. Collecting this. It's slowly getting there. Let's get this piece as well. Right, I think we've managed to get the very last piece of that pile at least. So we're going to move on to the next pile after this. So what I'm going to do real quick is... Oh, actually... I get really paranoid. It's starting to tip. I think this ground response doesn't like the ground that we've just ploughed up ourselves, sort of thing. I get the diff locks back off. We just put that on to get up the hill then. Right, so we'll quickly shovel through the rest of these piles and we'll see how far we get. Right, okay everybody, so as you can see, we have finally got rid of all of these sand piles now, so it's completely gone. I even got the bits that I missed a second ago. We've got the skid steer all loaded up and ready to take back home. We've got the our little homemade cultivator type thing on the trailer. We've got the log trailer, the log fork side that we didn't actually need. But as you can see, the trailer we were loading the sand into has completely sunk into the ground. The ground's very soft because we've just worked it, and the weight of the sand's just made it go nope. So we have had to get out the old rescue pole, unfortunately. As you can see, we like using these more than the chains because they're a little bit more reliable. They don't snap or anything. So we're going to see what we can do in terms of getting this thing out. So we'll jump back in to the... to get back in this silver road. This is a Duramax, so it should have no issues getting this out at all. Right, let's get a better camera angle so you guys can actually see. And we'll put our four-wheel drive on, actually. And maybe even our diff locks. And we'll see if we can pull her out. She's moving slowly. Slowly but surely. Come on, you can do it. We're pulling. And she's out. Whew. Got a bit worried there because the sand goes for quite a lot of money. Right, we'll get our hazard lights on here. As you can see, they do work, which is pretty darn cool. Can we get this off manually? No, it doesn't look like we can. We get off this side. Okay, we'll have to do it inside the cab then. Right, okay, so we'll get this disconnected first of all. We'll pick her up and we'll plop her onto the trailer with the cultivator and all that. Which is the best side to put her on? Probably this side. Looks like we've got a little bit more room on this side, so we'll drop her down there. Cool. And as you can see, the Ford is out the mud. Are we going to cause any traffic jams? Not just yet. So what I'm going to do is pull the Silverado off the road. And we'll get one of our hired workers to come get this in a second. Get the hazard lights off, we don't need it anymore. And we will take the Ford truck down to sell the sand. Like I just said, sand is quite a high requested product around here, so we should get quite a lot of money for the sand. Let's quickly pull before the traffic comes. Yes, I'm moving. Impatient. So as you can see, the land is coming along quite nicely, so we should start... Well, we should be in a position to start laying down some concrete very, very, very soon. Stop sign. I always forget about stop signs. They're not that common in England, surprisingly. You do have them in England, but they're not that common, that's for sure. Right, now we'll go over this little narrow bridge here. So we've got 21,500 litres of sand. So let's see how much money we get. Now, like I say, they are quite... It is quite a high value product here, unfortunately. So we're going to get a bit of an unrealistic amount of money for it, but not to worry. So it looks like we sell it up here, possibly. Right, is it going to let us sell it here? No, it's not. That was a waste of a journey. Oh, it is going to let us sell it here. I just went past the trigger. Let's try again, shall we? Yeah, it does let us sell it here. It's just the brakes aren't very good on this thing. That's why I couldn't stop in time. Right, there we go. Sand is not accepted here. Okay, maybe it's not accepted here. Right, so let's try this. This is the third sale point now. Let's see if this accepts it. No, sand is not accepted. Right, change of plan. We're giving it away for free. These guys can have it for free because we don't want it. Right, congratulations. You got yourself some free sand. Where should we dump it? Probably over here. Tell you what, we'll dump it here. They can have some free sand. There we go. So we're a little bit far out of town now. I did want to sell it in town, but we've come quite a few miles down the road right now. So we'll just dump all this sand off here, and it'll be their issue. They can have it for free. They have said they wanted it. They just didn't... Well, you did want sand. They just didn't want to buy it. So after we couldn't sell it, we've got no use for it. So we'll just sell it off for free. There we go. We'll get the bed put back down. And we are done. So that is it for today. So we've done quite a lot. We've got land clear of turf. So we've lifted up all the turf. We've got rid of the rest of the sand that was there. We've sold the rest of our logs, which has given us quite a lot of money. We did get a truck stuck in the process, but that's absolutely fine. As you can see, we're quite far out of town. So I'm going to leave it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please hit my thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. If you are from America or you know a lot about American lawn care, feel free to give me tips and stuff in the description box. In the comment section, sorry. It'd be very much appreciated. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you. See you once again. Hit that thumbs up button if you did enjoy. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.